Hey, this is Pastor Laf. Thanks for joining me today. Um, we are in Psalm chapter 55, and we stopped kind of in the middle of something yesterday. I want to start reading in verse 12. Psalm 55, verse 12. For it is not an enemy who reproaches me, then I could bear it. Nor is it one who hates me, who has exalted himself against me, then I could hide from him. But it was you, a man my equal, my companion, and my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together, walked to the house of God in the throng. There's nothing worse than being betrayed. And David, I'm sure he's expressing the pain of someone who would be like this, who would treat him like this. And you and I, we have friends. I'm sure that you have probably felt betrayed in your life. Maybe we've even been the betrayer. But David is crying out to the Lord here. He's asking the Lord to help him. Verse 15 says this, let death seize them. Let them go down alive into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. I mean, basically saying these people are wicked, the things that they're doing, and saying it's wicked. I don't know why they're doing it to me. Have you ever felt like that? I'm sure you have. But then he turns it, and I just want you to just think with me, because, see, this is crucial. Sometimes we can live and continually live in that victim state. And I'm not saying that David did, but we can choose to live as a victim. And what we do is we spend a lot of time talking about how bad life is and how tough things are for us, how difficult it is for us in this world. But listen to what David does. Verse 16. As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning and noon, I will pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He has redeemed my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many against me. God will hear and afflict them, even he who abides from of old, because they do not change, therefore they do not fear God. David's simply saying, listen, I've been betrayed, I've been wronged. They're wicked. The things that they're doing, I can't believe they're doing them. But as for me, I'm going to call upon the Lord. Morning, noon, and night. I'm going to seek God's face, and he will hear me. You see, no matter where you are, what you're dealing with, what's going through your head, going on in your life, you can focus on those things that are wrong, or you can say, Lord, I'm going to focus on you. And that, my friend, is what you need to do, is turn your attention to God. Spend time praying. Seek his face. Don't make it some flippant thing. Well, I gave it 15 minutes yesterday and God still didn't answer. Seek him. Spend time pursuing him. Listen to what it says, continuing on in verse 20. I'm going to start in the middle of verse 19 because there actually was a break there. Because they do not change, therefore they do not fear God. He's put forth his hands against those who were at peace with him. He's broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil. Yes, they were drawn swords. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. You, O God, shall bring them down to the pit of destruction. Bloodthirsty and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in you. It goes back to the one who's broken covenant, whose heart is filled with violence and war, whose words are all about flattery and lies to get you to a place where they could destroy you. And then he says what he's going to do and what we all should do. Verse 22, cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. The Lord will deal with people who are unrighteous, wicked, bloodthirsty, and deceitful men, as the Bible calls them. But if you'll cast your burden upon Him, if you'll direct your attention to Him and away from all the stuff and all the problems and all the issues and all the wrongs, He'll come through. If you will say, Lord, I trust in you, your life will take a turn because He's faithful and He's good. Thanks for joining me today. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.